For more on this, let's bring in John Sidolitis, State Department consultant and geopolitical risk executive. It's a little disturbing to know that this guy had been apparently studying up on mass killings. Is this a one-off kind of thing, or can we expect to see more of these? Because there are these young men, primarily, out there with some pretty twisted minds.
John, I'm absolutely mystified by the Munich police already deciding what are the motives and what are not the motives. There are two very serious questions here that I think it'll take quite some time to figure out after serious investigation and not within mere hours of the shooting. One is that you have an 18-year-old young man who's living with his parents who gets a Glock and 300 rounds of ammunition from who? A family member? A friend? How does he get this in the country with the strictest gun control regime, or among the strictest in all of Europe? So we need to find out how he got this illegal weapon and who would give it to somebody who was undergoing psychiatric care or had mental problems. And secondly, as the journalist just mentioned, he hacks into a Facebook page to lure children to McDonald's to maximize the carnage with the horror of as many dead children as possible.
Yeah.
How does a mentally ill person become so resourceful, so creative, and so methodical without anyone detecting anything? So there's still, I think, a lot of questions to ask, and I think the Munich police are ill-advised to state it is this or it's not this. Let the investigation play out. Let's get all the facts. Then we can reach a conclusion.
He was of German-Iranian heritage. Now, Iran is not known to be a hotbed of ISIS, but there are ISIS connections in that state. Are you suggesting that this could be ISIS-inspired in some way?
I'm not suggesting anything in particular, John. I just think it's so early. I mean, look what happened in France last week, right? We had the killer who used a truck to plow through a crowd and kill dozens of innocent bystanders enjoying a wonderful national celebration. And immediately we were told that he was a lone wolf driving his truck. And 5 days later, we find out that he had 5 accomplices, and they had been planning this truck mass murder for a year. Well, it took them 5 days to get to that. So why is anybody reaching any conclusions about what took place or what the motives were? We're still hours into this investigation. It needs much more time to play out, and I think it's incorrect to foreclose any possibility, as opposed to saying it's definitely not this. We don't know yet. Nobody knows.
And Germany's Chancellor, Angela Merkel, cannot take to the podiums and say what we need is more gun control in this country, because, as you point out, they've got the strictest gun control laws in the world.
Well, beyond that, there was actually a report several days ago of a mosque in Germany which was being used as an arms depot with thousands of guns, rifles, and thousands of rounds of ammunition. And it's been largely played down by German and European press. But anybody who goes online will find it. There are radical Islamist activities that are ginning up for a possible mass murder attack in Germany as well as in other countries. I don't know of any possible connection here. All I know is nobody should be within 24 hours saying what it's definitely not. We don't know.
Good point. John Sidolitis. John, thank you.